So, Yvonne, talk us through where you were at a few months ago.
Where I was a few months ago.
Mhm.
So a few months as in before I got hired or
Yep.
all right. So I actually got hired a few months ago. I just
Oh,
told you guys later.
okay.
So,
Then walk us through, walk me through what was going on before you had started working with Deep.
so what was going on was I was applying for jobs. I left my job in retail. I would say July 2019.
Okay.
Left with no plan, just really fed up. I had been working in retail for a while. I started as a tech, was a pharmacist, and then I was a PIC for a little bit. But the level of stress was way too much. So I was fed up and I left. So before working with Sandeep, I was applying for jobs. Just you see jobs that were open in the area, so you sign up for all those job boards. And I wasn't hearing anything at all. I wasn't hearing anything, and that was shocking to me because I'm like, I think I have a pretty good resume. I think. So I was like, hey, I need help with my resume. We're trying to figure this out. So that's when I signed up with you guys. Yeah.
We won't mention names, so just to be clear here.
Okay.
But can you tell me like why work was so bad that you felt like you needed to leave?
Um, the workload was a lot, especially when you go from being a staff pharmacist to a pharmacy manager, and you ask your manager, your boss, for help, and they really can't help you, or they choose to not help you. I think honestly, it's they just don't know how to help you, you know. And I was going in early, leaving late, just really trying to manage everything without the help. So it got to be too much, and it was taking over my life. And I would like to have a life of balance. Like I went to pharmacy school because that's what I wanted to do for a long time. And of course it's a cliche answer, you want to help people, but that's what it was truly. And I just felt like I was losing that joy, while I was working my job at retail. So
Kudos to you because most pharmacists aren't brave enough to quit outright.
I
Uh,
know.
yeah, I know that I've talked with you only a handful of times, right? I mean, I think we
Yeah.
talked once a long time ago. But the majority of people that we talk to don't have your bravery to quit like that. So you quit July 2019.
Yeah.
Before that, were you looking for a job in any capacity at all?
I was, but I wasn't really dedicated to it because I was spending so much time at work. And I struggled with leaving though, because at the end of the day, that's pays your bills. Like you get to a place where it's like, well, at least I have a job, because you hear about the pharmacy market is saturated, this, that, and the third, and it's like, well, at least I have a job. So I struggled a long time with quitting because I don't quit my job like that. Like I don't walk away. It was a hard decision, and I went back and forth with it. But I was like, you know what? This is not the life that I want, and I love pharmacy, but this is not. No, like I can't do it like this. So I
Well,
struggled, but once I made that decision, I left.
what what was it influencing the most negatively? Was it your family? Was it just your stress level? Was it your grandma? I mean, what was it that kind of broke the camel's back?
It was my stress level. My stress level got to an all-time high. I was diagnosed with, pre-hypertension. And that, if I didn't do something about it, I was going to have hypertension. And I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. But it was the stress level. That's what influenced me to like leave.
Wow.
And it was just a lot. It was a lot. And like I said, I asked for help, and I didn't really receive that help. So, if I would have got, help, I probably would have stayed a little bit. But honestly, even with the help, I probably would have left too. So, yeah.
So, I don't want to make any medical claims, but did make that quitting decision, did that cure your pre-hypertension?
It did. Even now, like I'm working now and I have no pre-hypertension whatsoever. Like I am.
Take that, cardiovascular risk.
I don't have any of that. And the thing about that is I'm able to have balance, which is something that I did not have before. I have balance. Like I'm able to get off work at a certain time, and I'm now working out, and I'm looking at my nutrition and having balance, which was something that I did not have before, which that leads to burnout. And it's like we spend so much time in school, we have good intentions, we want to get out, but then it's like you get burned out, and you get burned out fairly early, because I had only been practicing for like 2 years. And I'm like, no, like, and I was burned out like that, and I'm like, no.
Well, I love that you recognize it this early. I mean, a lot of people, they wait a long time to take action. So the time that it took for you quit July 2019. You're looking, you're hustling, you're applying to jobs, you're looking out there. When did you start working with Deep as your coach?
I would say October. I believe October was when I started working with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So start working in October. October, November, December, January rolls around. You're applying the strategy that we teach people. You're working on these things. Tell me about when that first interview, and I don't know if you had other interviews besides Genoa, but when did that first interview happen?
This was actually my first interview.
Okay.
And what I will say is this: networking is your friend. Like, to know somebody is what's going to help you. That's what's going to get your resume to the top of the pile. And a lot of people don't like networking. I was afraid of networking, but then I realized that I got my jobs because of networking. Like even my job I got previous to Genoa, I networked. I sent an email to somebody, and that's how it worked. So even with this, knowing somebody and just talking to that person, telling them my situation, and then it's like the door started opening just like that. So I would say the strategies that, Sandeep gave me really helped with that. So
When did your first interview happen?
it happened the end of February.
Okay.
The end of February, I believe.
And when did you get the job offer?
I got the job offer. I started working March. I want to say the end of March. So I started working when COVID hit.
Yeah, you got a job offer during COVID.
I got a job offer during COVID. So when everybody was, staying in, I was going out. So that was amazing.
And what was the job offer?
So I am a pharmacist per diem, so PRN pharmacist. But it doesn't feel like I'm a PRN pharmacist. I work all the time, and I love it. I love it. it's a different part of pharmacy. It helped me realize that you can love your job as a pharmacist. That was the biggest thing, because when I was at home for that period of time, I was so like discouraged, because you're putting an application, you're not hearing anything back, but you're getting all these notifications that this job is open, that job is open. And I was like, I don't want to go back to school for something else. My passion is in pharmacy. Like, how am I going to figure out what else to do? I'm like, I don't want to start from scratch. So when this door opened and I'm in my job and it's new, I'm learning things, but that passion is back. And that's what matters. At least that's how I live my life. I'm like, I need to be passionate about what I do, because I'm going to be doing this for years, God willing. So to have that passion come back and to look at it, and I enjoy going to work now. I enjoy what I do. I have a balance. It works out. Like, there's other things out there. There's other opportunities. You just have to take that step, you know? So
what would you say to someone who, may be interested in our coaching program, but's on that fence of not knowing whether or not they would want to pursue working with us?
I would tell them, go for it. Like, what do you have to lose? You're going to learn so much than just putting in applications with no help, like just putting in applications. So I would say go for it. Like, make that investment, because you get coaches that help you, that keep you accountable. Because I know Sandeep was on me. It took me a while to get the train moving, but once like we got it moving, But you get accountability. You get people that want to help you. You get some people that help you work on your resume. And then you get insight from other pharmacists that left retail or left hospital or left their job. Now they're doing something that they love. So I would say go for it. You have nothing to lose.
Forgive me if this is a little bit self-indulgent.
Okay.
But I just had an idea. So what's the official title of your new role?
Pharmacist per diem.
Is it hospital? Is it outpatient? Is it?
It's long-term care.
Okay.
So
right.
To me, it's like retail and clinical put together.
Right. Yeah, that's long-term care. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's long-term care.
This may sound a little cheesy, so I'll put this in front of it if we end up using it. But would you mind just saying, your name? I'm Yvonne. I'm now a long-term care pharmacist, and I'm a happy PharmD. It's super cheesy, but I would be just ecstatic if I could just have that snippet. Because so many people, they hear about our program and they just think like, that's not me, and it can't be me. And I feel like so much of my work is just showing people you can find a career in pharmacy and you can be happy doing it. Like,
yes,
other people are doing it. You can do it too. There's not much difference between, you, Yvonne, and other people out there, but these doctorate level people just feel so beaten down. And it's why I want cheesy things like that asked. So what do you say? Would you be down for something like that?
Yes, I can try to get the cheese up. Hold on. But yeah, I'll do it.
Thank you.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh. You know what I've been doing? I've been recording this the wrong way. I'm a stink bomb. No, it'll still work, but I made a mistake. So I fixed it now though. So anyways, shoot for the stars with this.
Okay. My name is Yvonne. I'm a long-term care pharmacist, and I'm a happy PharmD.
Boom. That's a 10 out of
Yes.
10.
Yes. It's true though. It really is. Like literally the way my happiness factor, if that's even a thing, like shot through the roof. Like it blows my mind that there's jobs like this. And to tell you the truth, I wasn't even looking for long-term care, but it found me. and I'm happy with the company. I'm happy with my job. I'm learning so much. I'm passionate again about pharmacy. Like I feel like people should take that step. And yes, it's scary. When I left my job with no plan, I was like literally left my job with no plan. And it was tough. It's tough, especially us pharmacists. We're used to working. We've worked hard to get to where we are. Like we're used to hustling, and to not be working and just be doing application for so long and not hear anything, it got depressing. Like I was depressed, but then I was like, I need help, and your program helped me. So people should go ahead and do it. You have success stories. They're there because Deep was coaching me and Kanjit. I can't say names. Okay, can you edit that out? But sorry. Yeah, he was coaching both of us, and we both got the jobs that we wanted. So
One, maybe a few more short questions.
okay.
What's next for you? Do you think that this is where you will, continue your career for the next foreseeable future, or do you already, have you set your eyes on something bigger, or, what's next for you?
Honestly, I'm open to see what happens and how I can grow within the company. But we'll see. I'm not going to say this is what I want and have this big plan and stuff, because we don't know. What do they say? Make your plans and God laughs, or
Sure.
all those things. So I do want to move up in the company. But yeah, I don't really have like a concrete, like I had a whole thing planned out of how I was going to move, and it didn't work out like that. But I'm still, I do want to stay with company and move up within the company.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What was, is there anything that you would have loved to have happened during the coaching program? Perhaps an area of improvement, or, maybe an area that we didn't focus on that you would have wished that we did?
Honestly, I think you guys are doing a good job, because you guys cover a lot of bases. So you guys cover what everybody would need. Like you guys do resume, networking, all the, you guys do a lot of things. So, and you guys cover like a multitude of things, because me and the person I was working with, we both wanted different jobs and we both got it. And so I like how it was broken down, like every 2 weeks we went over something different. So I don't really think that there's anything that you guys can improve on. I mean, it helped me out. So
that's good. I'll take that compliment. Thank you. So I think, the final thing I would ask is, if you know of anyone that is looking to get out of their job, send them to me, do an email intro, and we'll hook them up. And we'll send you more than a thank you card in the mail. Because we're looking to grow, and we've hired on new coaches to kind of meet the demand. But we would love it if you would be willing to send us a friend or two that's looking to get out of their job.
Okay, I could do that, but it's up to them to take that step.
It's always up to them, but
yeah,
we know that there's a lot of unhappy retail and hospital pharmacists out there.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Any other final thoughts? Anything else you'd want to share?
No, just that the program really helped me out. It really did. Like it really helped me with networking, and like we went over fixing my resume and stuff. So that really helped. And Deep is amazing. Or Sandy is amazing. He's great. So yeah, I think you're onto something, Alex, and you're helping a lot of people. I'm sure you have a lot of success stories, so you can add me to the list.
And now you're one of them. Yes.
Yes, you can add me.
Congratulations on the job. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out or even just ask a question if you need an intro or anything like that. More than happy to help.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out.
All right.
See ya.